This rose garden was the first thing that greeted the people who came to Rokenjima. Even our parents, who came every year, couldn't help but give voice to their admiration. In fact, you seem to have undergone a power-up from the garden in my memories of 6 years ago.
いつ見てもすごいわね。自宅にこれだけのバラ園があったらさぞや素敵でしょうに。
よせよ、誰が手入れすんだよ。バラは虫とか病気とか大変なんだぜ。
そうね。キリエ姉さんは毎日バラの手入れをしてて虫がつかないようにしてるそうよ。
え？そうなのかよ。そんな話は知らないぜ。
Why, you don't know?
そうなんです。この人の場合はバラの方から虫を求めていっちゃうから、どっちかというとたちの悪い食虫植物ってところね。
ああ、そういう話かよ。たく、ローザ、今日はそういう話は勘弁してくれよ。
Probably not.
もうそういうのはすっかり足を洗ったんだぜ。
どうかしら。ルドルフ兄さんは遺伝子的レベルでだらしないですし。
大丈夫よローザさん。あんまりおいたするバラなら根元からちょんって切っちゃうから。
Oh my.
物騒なお話ですね。
モテる男はいつもリスクと隣り合わせなんや。わしも来世じゃもうちょい美形に生まれたいもんやで。
だから秀吉兄さん、モテてなんかないって。キリエも物騒な話なんかやめろい。
No. Are you scared that she's gonna snip your roots?
俺のバラがしおれちまったじゃねえか。
ほら、マリアちゃん、来てごらん。こっちのバラは特に立派だよ。
バラが立派。
かぐわしい匂いだぜ。俺のエレガントさにぴったりだな。
おいよせよ。マリアが真似してトゲで怪我するだろう。
She yelled at me as I leaned in to smell the rose's scent with an exaggerated gesture. I thought she was overreacting, but when I turned around, I saw Maria imitating my every gesture and Giorgianiki smiling broadly at us. Oh.
ほら、マリアちゃん、気をつけて。バラのトゲは痛いよ。
ほう。ジョジョ兄ちゃん、このバラだけ変。
Hmm?
変？どうしたんだよ。
Maria pointed at a single Maria pointed at a single rose. I immediately understood why she found it odd. In the midst of all these magnificent roses, one single rose was just starting to wilt. There wasn't any particular reason. Some roses flourish and others wilt. And that's all there was to it. But Maria seemed very concerned about the only unhealthy one in the group. Could this be symbolism? It must have made her feel lonely.
このバラだけ元気がなくて、かわいそう？
Maybe it's similar to that one moment with Maria before, when she was yelling, "Misfortune, misfortune!" And she was like, and she felt like she was lonely at the point that nobody was able to understand her. Maybe it's like that? That or there's more to it.
他はみんな元気なのに、これだけかわいそう。
まあ、咲いたり枯れたりはそれぞれだからな。一足先にしおれる代わりに、そのバラは他のどのバラよりも早く開花できたんだと思うぜ。
そうだよな。いっぱい咲いて、その役目を終えて
お休みに入ったってだけのことだと思うぜ。
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
そんなに気に病むことはねえさ。
It seemed that Maria's pure, sensitive nature was making her feel some emotional pain for the rose that wilted alone. Ow. Even though she understood the logic of it still felt lonely to her.
じゃあマリアちゃん、帰るまでの間、このバラをお世話してあげるといいよ。
Yeah. That should be your duty, Maria, to take care of the rose. Jojaniki straightened up and felt around in his pocket. He then took out the wrapper from the candy he had been sucking on the plane. He twisted it into a thin string, then gently tied it to the rose as a sort of marker.
へえ、なんだか可愛くなったね。
これがこのバラの目印だよ。後でお水とかをあげに来てごらん。バラさんもきっと喜ぶと思うよ。
Sweet.
お水とかあげに来る。
せっかくだからこのバラさんに何か名前をつけてあげるといいよ。
Yeah. In that case, what will be the name, Maria?
そうするとバラさんも喜ぶと思うし、マリアちゃんと心もきっと通い合うと思うよ。
名前。
Though she still wore her usual sullen face, Maria crossed her arms and began to consider this intently. At the very least, she appeared to have been completely pulled out of her slump. How's going, Aniki?
ジョージ兄さんって昔っから包容力があるよな。尊敬するぜ。
Yeah, truly.
だな。人徳ってやつだろ。後で爪の赤をもらってきてやるから一緒に飲もうぜ。
Yeah, I think that ship sailed for you, Battler. And we know how much of a scaredy cat you are when the ship sails.
この庭園はお前が子供の頃にもこんなに立派だったんか？
私が出てってからよ、こんなに立派になったのは。前の庭園の方が素朴で愛着があったんだけどね。兄さんがちょっと悪趣味にいじりすぎたのよ。前の方がずっと良かったんだから。
エヴァ、ポジティブシンキングやで。昔は置いといて、今のこの美しさをめでなあかん。その方が心が安らかになるで。
別にそんな意味じゃん。ただ私は昔の方が素敵だった庭園をあなたにも見てほしかったなってだけよ。
I mean, I wonder how it was before. Now it's like this, but you're saying that it was much more beautiful than this?
それでは皆様よろしいでしょうか。そろそろお部屋の方にご案内いたします。
Sweet deal. Goda-san called to everyone to ask if we are ready. But our hearts had been completely stolen away by the rose garden that none of us had seen for a year, so we didn't pay much attention to him. Since we weren't a travel group, it wasn't like we had a strict schedule to follow. Besides, since our parents were visiting their old home, full of nostalgia, it wasn't like they had to let themselves be urged on by anyone or anything. Understanding the situation, Goda-san continued to wait, smiling widely, until our parents got tired of the roses and told him to guide us to our rooms.
Well? おーい！
Oh!
カノン君やないか！久しぶりやな！元気か？
Uncle Hideyoshi suddenly shouted. Again. In the direction he was waving was a slender boy. Meeting him right after a huge man like Goda probably emphasized his small stature. The boy was in the middle of transporting piled up gardening tools and the like in a wheelbarrow. When he realized he was being called to stop, he set down the wheelbarrow, took his hat off and bowed his head.
こんにちは。
Salutations. I figured he was probably younger than me, and I realized by the general atmosphere surrounding him that he was another servant. He greeted us in response to Uncle Hideyoshi's call, but he seemed like he might be pretty unsociable most of the time. It was a greeting that lacked feeling. When Goda-san noticed that our interest had shifted towards him, he went to the boy's side and introduced him to us.
バトラ様、ご紹介いたします。後宮本家にお仕えしております使用人の一人です。カノンさん、お客様にご挨拶を。
はじめまして。使用人のカノンです。
Yep, my first impression wasn't wrong. He seemed to be unsociable, or at least not so good at talking. Compared to Goda-san, who was extraordinarily polished as a servant, I couldn't help but feel an inexperience typical of his age. When Goda-san urged him in a whisper to give a bit more of an introduction, the boy named Kanon only cast his eye downwards.
カノンさん、もう少し何か挨拶することはできませんか？
いえ、僕たちは家具ですから。
Hmm? He didn't seem to be refusing to greet us all despite. Rather, he seemed to have fallen silent because he didn't know what else to say to us in greeting.
カノン君は寡黙でさ、余計なおしゃべりはしない性分なんだよ。愛想は少し悪いけど、根はいい人なんだぜ。誤解しないで。ここに勤めて3年になるんだっけ？
Okay, so Kanon worked here for 3 years. Goda worked for 1 year here.
確かゴーダさんより1年長いんだよな、カノン君。
A year or two. Even though he wasn't exactly given a terrible first impression, Jessica hurriedly backed him up. I see. Apparently his unsociable nature causes him trouble a lot.
そっか。よろしくな。俺はバトラ。18だけど、君はいくつだい？
He fell silent, as though wondering whether or not it was a question he'd have to answer. But here again, just got plowed ahead.
確か私たちの2つ下だから16だったよな。
16, eh?
はい、そうです。
He looked like he would have preferred not to tell us his age, if given the choice. That was probably because he thought we looked down on him for it. Ow. I remember that when I was around his age, I hated being asked how old I was by adults. I see, 16, huh? That's gotta be a delicate time. Which means I probably asked something I should have.
近いとして嬉しいぜ。気さくにバトラって呼んでくれよな。俺も君のことはカノンって呼ぶぜ。
ありがとうございます。お気持ちだけで結構です、バトラ様。
Jessica looked panicky for some reason. She seemed to think my impression of Kanon was getting worse because of his refusal. Well, as a girl, Jessica probably couldn't understand the fretful male heart at this age. As his elder, even by just 2 years, I took it upon myself to be understanding of that.
カノンさん、もう少し愛想よくはできませんか？笑顔も使用人の義務ですよ。
申し訳ありません。努力します。
ゴーダさん、カノン君もいろいろ頑張ってるんですよ。ねえ。
It looked like he was often warned about being unsociable. And apparently he hadn't improved one bit. Yeah. I mean, after 3 years as well. Goda-san kept his business small, but let a small sigh of resignation escape.
それではまだ仕事がありますので失礼します。
It looked like Kanon himself was uncomfortable with remaining silent here any longer. After another perfunctory bow, he turned around and started pushing the wheelbarrow again. Just then, the wheelbarrow suddenly wobbled and fell, scattering the load. Oh. I guess the wheelbarrow's single wheel got caught up on a pebble and lost its balance.
何をしてるんですか。ささ、早く片付けて。
Goda-san urged him to hurry in a quiet voice, as though hinting that it was shameful for a servant to appear clumsy in front of guests. Kanon-kun wordlessly reloaded the wheelbarrow with the fallen objects, as if to say that he understood quite well without being told. He seemed to be fine with the light-looking gardening tools, shovels and such, but he looked like he was having trouble getting his arms around and lifting up some sacks of fertilizer.
大丈夫かよ、そそっかしいな。ほら。
お嬢様、お召し物が汚れます。ここはお任せください。
With a smooth motion, Goda-san took the shovel that Jessica had picked up. Behind him, Kanon-kun was having trouble with the sacks of fertilizer.
お召し物が汚れる？
安心しろよ。俺が着てるのはそんなお上品なものじゃねえぜ。
You kidding me? I mean, look at you. Look at that suit. That fancy suit.
それによ。俺はレストランで落ちたフォークをウェイトレスに拾わせるってやつが大嫌いなんだ。
I lifted at the other bags that had fallen. Of course, they weren't light, but for me it was a piece of cake. I guess so. I guess we're taking a peek at the battler's mentality when it comes to how he does his things in comparison to, you know, your typical rich guys. He lived with his grandparents for 6 years, away from the rich life that the rest of his family has. So, obviously, even if he is not as much of a hard worker as George, that he hasn't created his path yet, he still probably is a lot more of a hard worker than most people in his family, but I guess we shall see. Kanon-kun looked at me, surprised. It was the face of someone who never would have expected to receive help from a guest. Yeah, I mean, normally, in typical rich person mentality, they wouldn't help, but Battler over here surely would.
バトラ様、結構です。僕が全てやりますので。
気にすんな。こう見えても鍛え方が違うぜ。
Since Kanon-kun looked like he hadn't yet gone through his growth spurt, he was stuck with a sort of weak body, and this kind of weight might have been too much for him.
結構重いね。カノン君が苦労するのも無理はないよ。
Yeah. And George is helping too, apparently.
カノン君、気にしないで。
これぞ、俺の見せ場さ。これで、さっきの船の分はチャラだよな。
You still got ways to go.
この程度のことじゃ、さっきの大騒ぎが帳消しになるもんかよ。
You're gonna have to lift up a lot of fertilizer bags.
カノン君にも後で教えてやるよ。バトラったら面白いんだぜ。
落ちる落ちる。
As they did this, I piled up all the stuff back into the wheelbarrow.
お見苦しいところをお見せして申し訳ございませんでした。
No problem.
ささもう結構ですよ。言ってください。
Letting the guests, who are supposed to feel welcome, see such a disgraceful thing must have been hideously embarrassing for a servant. Pressed by Goda to hurry up and go, Kanon-kun left.
ゴーダさんもいじめすぎよ。 意地悪言わないで、あなたも手伝えばよかったんじゃない？
これは至りませんで、誠に申し訳ございませんでした。
Without even twitching his mom, Goda-san apologized elegantly.
カノン君もええところはぎょうさんあるんやで。ただ若いんかの。いろいろと損をしとる。もったいないわ。
気難しい年頃さ。そっとしといてやれよ。使用人は寡黙なくらいがちょうどいいさ。
Closed-mouthed servants are the best kind to say.
あ、熊沢さん。
ルドルフ様は手厳しゅうございますこと。私ほど使用人で寡黙な者はおりませんとも。
You surely are not silent whatsoever. Everyone smiled wryly at that obvious lie. Even she herself didn't believe that, nor in her wildest dreams. So she must have said it to lighten the mood. Yeah, that's the kind of character Kumasawa Bachan used to be. The once stiff atmosphere had cleared up at once, thanks to her cheerful smile.
そろそろ荷物を置きたいわね。
Yeah, let's.
ゴダさん、部屋割りはどうなってるのかしら。
昨年と同じになっております。さあ、ご案内いたします。どうぞこちらへ。
We headed towards a trim, elegantly simple guest house. This was gonna be our temporary quarters for the night. Kanon watched over the hedge as the guests all entered the guest house. Then, he let his eyes fall on those heavy sacks of fertilizer, piled up in the wheelbarrow. In his mind, he kept going over his previous mistake. Battler, big and strong, had picked up the sacks in front of him. The sacks Kanon couldn't lift himself, as if they were feathers. It would be extremely difficult for an outside observer to guess what emotions that favor had stirred up in Kanon. But as far as you could tell by watching him hang his head, there was something that he just couldn't let go of. Muttered words escaped his lips. But those words he murmured were so soft that they didn't reach even his own ears. Kanon hung his head, slightly biting his lower lip.
Baraの庭園は記憶にあったんだけどよ。このゲストハウスっつうのは記憶にねえな。これ、建てたのは最近か？
Torayan, a visitor's retreat, was written on a gatepost-like thing, but since everyone called it the guest house, I followed their lead. The brand new Western-style guest house, which stood overlooking the roses, had a magnificent design carefully done in harmony with the garden. Western style?
正解だよ。建ったのはつい一昨年さ。それ以降は僕たちはこっちに泊めさせてもらってるんだよ。
年季の入ったボロ屋敷よりこっちの方が好評みてえだしな。私も自分の部屋をこっちに持ちたいぜ。はい、
マリアも持ちたい。持ちたい。
I guess you could say my own house was upper class, but to me, it felt completely ordinary compared to the head family. The display of wealth was shocking, as was the fact that they built this kind of awesome guest house for guests who came over only a few times a year. Yeah, that tells you something.
Eva様、秀吉様。
Like an entire building for guests.
こちらのお部屋をお使いくださいませ。
Not separate guest rooms in the mansion, but an entire building filled with rooms for guests.
ルドルフ様、キリエ様はこちらのお部屋をお使いくださいませ。
やっぱりここは綺麗で上品でいいわね。洋風って本当に素敵だわ。
ほんの2、3日なら洋風もええやろが、ずっといて落ち着くのは断固和風やで。日本人は畳の上が一番くつろげるんや。
新しい家を和風にするか洋風にするかで喧嘩してね。お父さんが和風で着工させたのを母さんまだ根に持ってよく言い合いをするんだよ。
Oh boy.
ジョージ兄さんのところは両親仲が良くて羨ましいぜ。うちなんか冷め切ったもんさ。
Yeah, you surely told us that.
そのくせ私の成績の話だけは連帯しやがる。
Yeah, they're finding a common enemy. All the rooms seem to be for 2 people. I was grateful, since I wasn't going to be forced to share the same room with the old bastard, under the pretext that we were family. And anyway, I figured those two wouldn't be able to enjoy themselves with someone like me around.
何気持ち悪い顔で笑ってんのよ。どうせ下世話なこと考えてるんでしょう。
You dirty, dirty man.
下世話なんてとんでもない。どうぞごゆっくりお過ごしくださいませ。
Damn. You are so close to enter your own guest house without being pinched in the ear. Once again, that pulled my ears from behind.
バカなこと言ってんじゃねえ。俺は胃がキリキリ痛み始めてて、とてもそんな元気は湧かねえぜ。今回はお前が主賓だろうが、せいぜい親父や兄貴たちに可愛がられるよ。親父の前では言葉遣いにだけ気をつけろ。あの人、本当にシャレが通じねえからな。
Yeah. You better listen to your dad for now. Battler, otherwise your ears are gonna become as long as an elf.
ジェシカちゃん、我らが当主様のご機嫌は最近どうなんだ？
去年から相変わらずかな。余命3ヶ月余命3ヶ月って割には相変わらずピンピンカリカリイライラしてるって話です。
今年も相変わらず不機嫌ってわけね。
Oh, well, that can't be good.
おもりができるのはやっぱり源氏さんだけなの？
親方様も源氏さんにだけは心を許しておいでのようです。私たち下々では近頃はお目通りすらなかなか叶わず。
また書斎に閉じこもって怪しげな黒魔術三昧じゃねえのかな。
The black magic?
何をやろうとてめえの趣味だから構わねえけど、匂いが立ち込める系は勘弁してほしいもんだぜ。
Yeah, practicing magic can sometimes get the house all stinky and such.
ついでにそのまま書斎から永久に出てくんなってんだ。
年長の人にそんな言い方をするもんじゃないよ。後宮家を復興させてくれた大恩人なんだから、もっと感謝しないと。
まあ、ごめん。
After being rebuked by George Aniki, Jessica had no choice but to take back her thoughtless remark. The Shiromiya family was wealthy beyond belief. But of course, that meant all its members were a bit strange, and completely out of touch with the world at large. And at the top of the chain, the family head, our grandfather, seemed especially strange and terrifying, even for our family. Yeah, based on the description thus far, he does seem like a difficult person. Dad said he was getting a stomachache earlier, and I imagine that he reflected the honest feelings of all the adults here today. Yeah. No doubt they were jealous of us grandchildren, who could just play around and laugh without a care. From the stories Dad told me, the family head was a violent man who ruled with his fists, beating his children, even his daughters, mercilessly with a wooden sword. Oof. If he was so strict and uptight about that, why couldn't he have been a little more conservative with his kids' names? Because Dad, even his grandkids have had to suffer. Yeah, well, you know what? You're lucky that that the worst was your weird names. If you were under your grandfather, you would have gotten the wooden stick as well, Battler, so be lucky. Anyway, I can't say I have any trouble believing those terrifying stories about him. Unless Rudolph did that with you at times when you were a kid. I don't remember meeting him very often, but I think I recall him looking extremely grumpy all the time, always making people cower with that sharp gaze of his. I remember that the room's atmosphere got so tense whenever he was around. He could even breathe. I am pretty curious about the black magic that your grandfather is practicing. Yeah, that should be interesting. This will give me another good reason to snoop around. What my dad said about me being the guest of honor now carries a little more oomph for me.
6年前は俺も小学生だったが、さすがに今は高校生だ。失礼のある態度なんか取ったら大変なことになるかもしれねえな。怖い怖い。
But I guess you won't care in the end, Battler.
確かにこわもてだけど、そんなに硬くなるほど怖い人じゃないよ。
Battler is still gonna do whatever the fuck he wants.
決して理不尽なことは言ってないもん。口下手なだけでちゃんと筋は通す人だよ。
ジョージ兄さんは昔から成績優秀で一族の鏡じゃねえかよ。私たちとじゃじい様の待遇が全然違うぜ。私なんか木刀でひっぱたかれたことあるしよ。
Oof.
尻だぜ尻。
Yeah. I can imagine it hurting.
それも乙女の生尻をよ。
ジェシカちゃんは本家の跡取り娘だもん。おじい様も特に目をかけてくれてるんだよ。その厳しさは期待の気持ちの裏返しだと思わなくちゃ。
Oh, you mean that? Okay.
冗談じゃねえぜ。その跡取りってやつはジョージ兄さんに譲るよ。私が担ぐにはちょいとしんどいぜ。
Yeah, it truly is a heavy burden on your innocent ass. I think I already said it before, but just because the girl heir to the head family, we're only cousins and branch families, so she probably feels a totally different sort of pressure than we do.
ジェシカお姉ちゃんが重い？マリアが持ったら軽くなる？
Oh.
サンキューな。大丈夫。マリアちゃんには押し付けねえよ。この十字架は私が墓まで背負ってくよ。安心しなって。
She was grateful for Maria's innocent concern, but Jessica's face still seemed to contain some of the uneasiness she felt towards the future. Maybe we were in the same boat. Any high schooler with exams approaching would have trouble hiding their anxiety for the future.
マリアいらっしゃい。
I guess so.
お母さんとマリアはこの部屋よ。
バトラ君は僕と一緒にこっちの部屋だってさ。
お
お？
なになに？こりゃ驚いた。親たちの部屋より広めじゃないのよ。わお！
どうせいとこ同士で集まるだろうと思ってよ。大きめの部屋にするように言っておいたんだ。
Sweet deal.
おお、マリアもこっちがいい。ママと一緒よりこっちがいい。
そうか、マリアもこっちがいいか。よし、ここは俺とジョージ兄貴の部屋だが、特別に出入りを許可してやろう。お母さんには内緒だぞ。
Yeah, truly. It's a secret between all of us. Another was hiding behind us, but Maria still answered, striking the air with her fist clenched tight. After setting down their luggage in their rooms, our parents had gathered again in the corner.
おいガキども、お前らはどうする？ここでいとこ同士おしゃべりでもしてるか？
It seemed they were heading to the mansion to announce their arrival. Normally, they would make us follow them and greet everyone together. But if that had been the case, Dad would have just told us to come, and that'd be the end of it. He's saying it's okay if we don't come. So what do we do?
どうせもうすぐお昼や。子供はそこでくつろいでたらええ。それに表で遊べるのは下手をすると今のうちだけかもしれんしの。
マリアも行く。
Sweet deal.
マリアはここでお留守番してなさい。いたずらをしないでおとなしく待ってるのよ。
That sucks. Since Maria was being told to house sit here, we certainly couldn't leave her on her own. Yeah, might as well play with Maria a little bit inside. Georgianiki noticed this immediately and gave her a clear reply for all of us cousins.
じゃあ僕たちはお言葉に甘えて留守番してようか。1年ぶりに積もる話もあるしね。
Yeah, truly.
それがいいわ。バトラ君なんか6年分積もってるんだしね。
Oh boy.
へいへい。お子ちゃまな俺はおとなしくお留守番してるぜ。
熊沢さん、私もこっちに残るからよ。あとは大人に任せて若者は退散してるぜ。
それがおよろしいでしょう。奥様にはそのようにお伝えいたします。
それでは皆様、お屋敷の方へご案内させていただきます。どうぞこちらへ。
他の子はともかく、ジョージは成人してるんだから連れて行った方がいいんじゃない？
I mean, I am pretty curious about the mansion, but they have all the time in the world. Might as well just stay here and get ourselves acquainted with this place a little bit more.
そんなんでジョージだけ仲間外れはかわいそうやで。いとこ同士の交流も大事や。ほな、行ってくるで。
Alright, see ya. The adults left one after the other. They left in the same formation as our trip from the harbor. We got Asan leading and Kumasawa taking up the rear. As we gathered in the room, assigned to us cousins, Georgianiki asked us to excuse him for a second. He urged over to Kumasawa-san, who was following behind the disappearing adults, and seemed to ask her something. He soon finished his business and came back.
どうしたんだよ、兄貴。
Alright, well, I guess so. It is story time. Let's see what Battler has to tell us of his heroic stories over the past 6 years, what he has done and such.